In a peaceful corner of the countryside, where rolling green hills met vast golden fields, lived a little 3D cute monkey named Oliver. Oliver was small, fluffy, and always wore his tiny straw hat and a pair of blue farmer dungarees. His big, bright eyes sparkled with endless curiosity, and his long, curly tail danced and swayed whenever he felt excited. Every single morning, he would wake up to the sweet sound of birds singing their joyful melodies and the soft, warm glow of sunlight gently touching the fields. He absolutely loved this place, his home, but deep down, in his little monkey heart, Oliver felt that he was meant for something more than just playing all day long. One morning, as Oliver was about to start his daily adventure, he noticed that the crops in the nearby field looked unusually dry and sad. The vibrant flowers that usually stood tall and proud had drooped. Their colors faded, and even the cheerful butterflies seemed worried as they fluttered about aimlessly. Oliver scratched his fluffy head, a puzzled look on his face, and said softly to himself, "Oh dear, something isn't right here." He decided to visit old Mr. Hedgehog, the wisest and oldest animal in the entire countryside. Mr. Hedgehog lived under the ancient stone bridge, and was said to know stories older than the hills themselves. Oliver found Mr. Hedgehog tending to his small garden. After listening carefully to Oliver's worried story, Mr. Hedgehog let out a long, heavy sigh. "The golden field has lost its magic," he explained in his gravelly voice. "Long, long ago, this field was protected by a special magic, a magic woven from kindness and care. But over time, that magic has faded. Now, it needs a true, kind heart to restore it." As Oliver listened, he felt a warm, determined feeling spread through his chest. He looked at the sad fields and then back at Mr. Hedgehog. "I want to help," he said bravely, his voice small but firm. "I will bring the magic back." And so the journey began. Oliver packed a tiny bag with a few juicy apples, a small water bottle, and his absolute favorite red scarf, a gift from his grandmother. With a deep breath and a hopeful heart, he waved goodbye to his beloved oak tree and set off on the winding path. Along the way, he met Bella the bunny, who was struggling to carry a heavy basket of carrots up a steep hill. Without a second thought, Oliver rushed over and helped her push the basket to the top. "Oh, thank you, Oliver," Bella smiled, her whiskers twitching. "Kindness always finds its way back to you," she said, waving as he continued on his way. Her words echoed in his mind, making him feel a little bit stronger. Further ahead, Oliver came to a narrow, fast-flowing stream. He saw a tiny, frightened duckling caught in the current, chirping for help. Oliver carefully waded into the cool water, gently scooped up the duckling, and wrapped him in his soft red scarf to keep him warm. "You're safe now, little one," Oliver whispered, and he stayed with the duckling until its mother arrived. Each good deed he performed made Oliver feel a strange warmth growing inside him, a strength he didn't know he had, though he couldn't quite understand why. He was just happy to help. As Oliver finally reached the edge of the legendary golden field, the sky suddenly turned dark and gray. A massive, swirling dark cloud hovered menacingly above the land. From the heart of the cloud came a low, grumbling voice that seemed to shake the very ground beneath his feet. "Why are you here, little monkey?" the voice boomed. Oliver's knees trembled with fear, but he stood as tall as he could, his little straw hat firm on his head. I want to help this field grow again," he replied, his voice shaking but clear. The cloud let out a deep, rumbling laugh. "Magic is not for the weak. You are too small to make a difference." But Oliver closed his eyes and didn't listen to the booming voice. Instead, he thought of Bella the bunny and her grateful smile. He thought of the little duckling, safe and warm in his scarf. He thought of all the animals he loved and cared about back home. He opened his eyes, now filled with a quiet courage. "Magic isn't about strength," he said softly, but his voice carried across the field. "It's about kindness." At that very moment, the red scarf wrapped around his neck began to glow, first faintly, then with a brilliant, warm light. An incredible warm golden light spread out from Oliver, covering the entire field in its gentle embrace. The dark cloud slowly began to fade away, its grumbling voice replaced by the soft pitter-patter of gentle rain falling on the dry, thirsty land. The flowers lifted their heads towards the sky, their colors returning brighter than ever. The crops turned a vibrant green again, and the wind whispered happily through the stalks. From the heart of the light appeared the spirit of the field, a glowing, gentle figure made of sunlight and dewdrops. "Oliver," the spirit said, its voice like the chiming of bells, "you have restored the magic, not with power, but with the simple, pure kindness of your heart." Oliver just smiled shyly, his tail giving a happy little swish. "I just wanted to help my friends." When Oliver returned home, all the animals of the countryside were waiting for him. They cheered and celebrated his return. They hugged him, and as a symbol of their gratitude, they placed a tiny, shimmering golden leaf on his straw hat right next to the brim. From that day on, Oliver became known as the guardian of the golden field. But he never changed. He was still the same playful, happy little monkey. He still played hide-and-seek, laughed with his friends, and helped others whenever and wherever he could. Every evening, as the sun set in a spectacular display of orange and pink over the fields, Oliver would sit peacefully under his old oak tree, smiling at the beautiful, thriving land he loved so much. And the countryside, now full of life and magic once more, would whisper his name with warmth and pride. Oliver, the little monkey with the heart of gold. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more magical stories. See you next time.